The Emerald Lands, or Rokugan in the tongue of its people, comprise a vast, majestic countryside that stretches 900 miles from the pine valleys and snow capped peaks of the Great Wall of the North Mountains at one end to the austere Carpenter Wall standing vigil along the country's desolate southern border.
Beyond the wall lies the Shadowland, a blighted land tainted by the influence of hell itself, and dangerous for even the most legendary heroes to step foot within. At its widest point, Rokugan measures 600 miles, from the Sea of the Sun Goddess in the east to the burning sands in the west. Within its borders, bountiful plains ripple gold in the sunlight, and primordial forests hide mysterious spirits and dangerous creatures.
Hot springs straddle mountain ranges and hills laden with precious gems and minerals. Countless rivers, lakes, and streams wind their way toward the ocean, where fish, seaweed, and pearls are netted by divers and fishermen. Crimson Torii mark the gateway to sacred spaces, which exist alongside the sprawling cities and huddled hamlets of human civilization.
Each of the seven great clans presides over a different corner of the empire, protecting the natural harmony of the land and the kami that dwell there. Shrines and temples dot the landscape, marking places of spiritual power and contemplation. Fortifications, large and small, protect the roads, bridges, mountain passes, and the domains of great lords.
In the shadows of these castles, towns and villages prosper from the efforts of craftspeople and artisans. Beyond the city limits, peasants toil over rice paddies and fields of grain, or hunt and gather the bounty of the forest. To travel the empire on its few roads, samurai must obtain special papers and pay a tax towards their upkeep.
Merchants' carts and horses are banned from the imperial highways altogether, forcing them to rely on special trade routes to carry goods between cities. Given the size of the empire and the difficulty of journeying, few get to witness the variety of the empire's vistas in one lifetime. Instead, citizens are deeply in tune with the natural cycles of the provinces they call home. The heavens bring four seasons to the empire, which are celebrated by festivals and arts. In the spring, the delicate fragrance of cherry blossoms wafts from misty gardens. Summer heralds rains and oppressive heat, slowly giving way to autumn's brilliant scarlet leaves, shrill cicada cries, and typhoons. Winter buries the lands in deep snow, closing mountain passes and driving the citizenry to the warmth and comfort of the hearth. The Code of Bushido, literally the way of the warrior. Bushido is the code by which all samurai in Rokugan strive to live, yet each clan's interpretation of the tenets of Bushido is slightly different. All samurai are taught to embrace the ideals of Bushido and strive ever towards them, at the expense of personal gain. Not even the gods uphold Bushido without flaw. The strictures are nearly impossible to maintain in their entirety, and the struggle to adhere to them consumes a samurai's existence. The virtues recognized by the code are compassion, courage, courtesy, duty, honor, righteousness, and sincerity.
Compassion. Through intense training, the samurai becomes quick and strong. They're not as other people. They develop a power that must be used for the good of all. They have compassion. They help their fellows at every opportunity. If an opportunity does not arise, they go out of their way to find one. The celestial heavens appointed the lords and samurai of Rokugan to rule over the lower caste. But with power comes responsibility. Compassion represents the noblesse oblige of the samurai caste to the peasantry. Most clans interpret this to mean extending physical protection over peasants, but other clans go even further.
Courage. Rise up above the masses of people who are afraid to act. Samurai must have heroic courage. It is absolutely risky. It is dangerous. Only in acceptance of one's death may a samurai live their life completely, fully, and wonderfully. Courage is not blind, it is intelligent and strong. Replace fear with respect and caution. Every samurai lives 3 feet from death at all times. A samurai must be prepared to give their life for their lord, their clan, and the empire at a moment's notice. To die in service of one's lord furthers one's karma, and thus samurai eagerly embrace the idea of a noble death in service to their family.
Courtesy. Samurai have no reason to be cruel. They do not need to prove their strength. Samurai is courteous even to their enemies. Without this outward show of respect, we are nothing more than animals. A samurai is not only respected for their strength in battle, but also by their dealings with others. The true inner strength of a samurai becomes apparent during difficult times. Social order isn't just important to Rokugan, it is, in a literal manner, what the heavens rest upon. A samurai is required to maintain appearances and withstand adversity, exhibiting courteousness even when faced with the most vile lack of it.
Duty. For the samurai, having done something or said something, they know they own that thing. They are responsible for it in all the consequences that follow. A samurai is intensely loyal to those in their care. To those they are responsible for, they remain fiercely true. Samurai are expected to do their duty to their lord and their subordinates without hesitation or reservation, no matter the cost to their own reputation. Of course, any duty given by their lord is expected to be within the bounds of Bushido and bring honor to the samurai by obeying it. Should a samurai feel their duty conflicts with the other virtues of Bushido, they may commit seppuku in protest, a rare exception to needing a lord's permission to end one's life. The sentiment is impossible to ignore. The lord has forfeited the samurai's honor, and no one without honor is fit to serve.
Honor. A true samurai has only one judge of their honor, and that is themselves. Decisions you make and how those decisions are carried out are a reflection of who you truly are, for you cannot hide from yourself. Honor is the most subtle, yet the most basic and all encompassing virtue. Samurai without honor cannot truly follow the other virtues of Bushido, for they act as others expect and not as their own conscience dictates. If their own honor is intact, however, they will follow the ways of Bushido and pursue justice without flaw or failure, even when commanded otherwise by their lord.
Righteousness. Be acutely honest in all your dealings with all people. Believe in justice, not from other people, but from yourself. A true samurai knows in their heart that there are no shades of gray in the question of honesty and justice. There is only right and wrong. Righteousness is the sunlight glinting off the katana, bright and painful to the eye. There is only truth and falsehood, justice and injustice, and it is the samurai's job to live in accordance with justice and ensure that justice is meted out.
Sincerity. When a samurai has said they will perform an action, it is as good as done. Nothing will stop them from completing their deed. They do not have to give their word, nor do they have to promise. The action of speaking alone has set the act of doing in motion. Speaking and doing are the same thing. Samurai must align intent with their word and deed, acting with complete and total conviction, whether they serve themselves or their lord. A convincing manner is more valued in Rokugan than the absolute truth, for the samurai who speaks with sincerity has committed the totality of their being to the sentiment.
Hello, everybody. A little bit of tech issues, but we're getting it rolling. Thanks for tuning in this Friday for Realm Alternatives' Legend of Five Rings role-playing game. We're playing 5th edition, the Fantasy Flight version, based on the world that AEG created. My name is Hal. I'm doing Game Master stuff for the campaign. We broadcast every week, but we're kind of on a bi-weekly basis with our main storyline. So what we're going to do this week is we're going to explore an event that's not going to take place with the regular characters. Our cast is going to play some NPCs, and this event is going to take place in the main storyline, of course. But this is something that's happening away from our usual heroic samurai. Let's do introductions as we go around the horn. Chris, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I am playing Lucky Frog today, and I've been playing role-playing games for about 6-7 years at this point, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of shenanigans is going down today.
Yeah, and this is a no consequences for you guys scenario. So whatever happens to these NPCs, it's not going to reflect on your characters. So have fun with it. Zafira, why don't you introduce yourself?
All right, I am Zavira. Not a whole lot going on my end. But today I am playing the Archer Mo from the Unicorn Clan. And an underling of Lucky Frog.
Okay. And Pat.
My name is Patrick Bryant. I am playing Kuri. I am a big brutish thug for the Lucky Merchant Man.
Yes. So a merchant has lots of money to throw around, and if you're going to travel through unpoliced territory, you're going to want to have some capable mercenaries to keep you safe. So that is the case in this case as well. And of course, Pat, I want to thank you. You're doing double duty. You're not only playing, but you're doing tech stuff for us tonight. So that's props. That's it's a hard job. Pat. Yeah, it's hard to do, and appreciate you doing it.
And happy belated.
Well, I thank you very much.
Indeed.
Thank you very much for the birthday wishes.
Yeah, we had a birthday this week. Okay. So we're only going to stream for an hour, so we're going to kind of do a short intro. So we're just going to get into the game here, and I'm sure that'll be good for those watching. So the situation you guys are in, I believe you've all had a chance to look at your character sheets by now. Lucky Frog, you are a traveling merchant, and you make the trek through Biden Pass regularly. You know a lot of people in the Lion Fortress on the north side, as well as the Scorpion Town on the south side. And you know that it's good to have mercenaries in your employ because, it's every once in a while there's something hostile happens, like an ogre or some bandits or even a wheel breaks, and it's good to have some strong lads around to take care of that for you, which is what happened on this particular trip. Usually, if it's a 50-mile trek through the pass, and usually if you leave in the morning, you can make it to the other side before sundown. But due to bad luck, you had a broken wheel on one of your carts. It took several hours to repair, and you've been put in a situation where you had to choose to camp up in the mountains at night or just press through and travel through the darkness and make it to the safety of the town so you don't have to spend all night outside of patrolled civilized lands. So the decision was, we're going to press on because you only have a few more hours of travel to make it to the town of Biden. So I'm going to say third Ronin, since we didn't have our other person show up. There's just the two of you Ronin. There's not three Ronin. Okay. Now you're traveling through the pass. You have made it over the high point, and you're downhill. You're literally on the end leg of your trip here. It is a full moon, very bright light for the moon. That helped make you come to the decision to travel at night, even though it's more hazardous. So Lucky Frog, you're usually you have two carts. Each one is pulled by one ox. You're on the lead cart. Mo and Kuru, what is your guys' like marching order? What is your strategy here to keep Lucky Frog and his wares safe through this nighttime travel?
Do you want to take
I'll
this
be
one, Mo?
keeping I'll be keeping the rear covered. But I'm definitely not much of a big fighter, so
Okay.
having some help would be nice.
What do I pay you for?
You pay me to protect the rear, which is exactly what I'm doing.
All right, you got my back.
Have you been stabbed in the back?
Not yet.
Okay,
aim to
then
keep it
I'm
that
doing
way,
that.
all right?
That's what you're paying me for. That's what you're
All right,
paying me
thank
for.
you. Okay. All right, just checking.
All right.
Yeah.
And as a reminder for Lucky Frog, I don't know if you took a look at his character sheet. He is an archer, so he's capable of fighting from the back if he has to.
Who Lucky Frog is?
Mo,
Okay.
the guy who just
so
said
you're the
he's
skinny
gonna.
one. So the skinny one, and you're
Yeah.
you're the thick one, right?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Kuri.
Kuru.
Kuru.
See, you
Don't know
even
my
your
own name. I know how to hit things, though.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. You know exactly your function.
What?
Indeed.
Damn. Put too much stock into you.
Okay, so Kuru, you are in the lead. How far ahead do you want to be?
Not too terribly far.
I can't quite hear you.
Once
my
again,
man.
not too terribly far. My focus on Discord removes, and then push talk goes bye-bye. But I know that Mo's really good at the archery, and I don't want to be so far away from the merchant where I won't be able to intercept someone trying to go for him.
Okay, sure.
I agree. Get in between you
So
and me.
it's kind of a balancing act. The two factors you would be balancing is how close do you want to be in the event of trouble, and how far ahead do you want to be able to see trouble before the carts roll into it.
Final answer, I'm going to be relatively close to the merchant because I'm not too
Okay.
terribly concerned if trouble comes. I just want to be able to do my job when it comes.
Okay, fair enough. You guys are traveling
that.
through the pass. The most steepest inclines and the most jagged parts of the terrain are behind you. The pass is fairly wide, about quarter of a mile almost. You're following the road follows a stream. There's plenty of water available. It's a cloudless full moon night. You can even see without torches or anything. And you clear a bend, and up ahead you can see there is a campfire down by off the side of the road by the river. Now this bend, you came around the bend, and the campfire is not off in the distance a good long ways. It's only about 50 feet. Once you get line of sight, once the terrain clears, that it's almost right there. This campfire, you can see immediately that there's a figure. Is kind of he's in between you and the fire, so you just see his silhouette. But he's sitting down. Looks like his back is to you. He's got a wide conical hat, kind of like what Chris was wearing before in his cosplay.
Okay.
And you can see that arranged around the campfire, there are about half a dozen figures laying down on the ground. Looks like they're under blankets. Most of them are either on their backs or on their sides facing the fire.
Hey, thick one. What's going down over there?
Well, since he was close by, your carts are coming around, and you can see this just like he can.
Looks like people sleeping around a fire.
Thin one, skinny one. Like, yeah. What can you make out from back there? What do your elf eyes see?
I mean, about the same
Well,
from
you,
over
you actually,
here.
yeah, you do
Oh,
have keen eyes, if I remember right.
oh, do I?
Keen sight. Yeah, that's your advantage.
Oh, so it is. Let's see how that manifests.
Okay. Well, what you're going to do for, there's not a perception skill. This would be an investigation kind of a thing if you want to see what you see. So what you're going to do is tell me what kinds of things you want to make out, and we'll pick the right skill, and then you'll pick your stance. So
All right.
what specific kinds of details are you looking for?
Um, Mostly to check for anything kind of amiss about the arrangement there.
Okay. So it sounds like maybe tactics or what's the defensive social skill? Sentiment. Either way, you're
One I don't
playing
have regardless. So.
Well, no, you're playing an NPC. They don't have skills. They just have skill groups. So either way, you can either
Oh,
roll.
okay.
Yeah. So looking at your character, you're playing Mo. You can either roll a martial skill or a social skill to get kind of a, like a tactical or a feel for how they're acting. You're looking for something wrong.
Oh yeah, I'll roll martial.
Okay, and then what ring are you going to use?
Ooh, there's a lot of goodies here. Let's see here.
Looks like you already rolled using water because that's your best ring.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Yeah, water would probably be the primary one anyway because water is about perception. So, no explosive successes. So you pick any three.
Yeah, none. Yeah.
As far as target number, it's not going to be a secret number. It's going to be a 2. Normally,
okay.
I would say it would be a 3 because of the darkness. However, they're right around there in the campfire. They're well lit, even though out where you are, you're not well lit. So target number 2.
All right, I'll go ahead and do the 2 successes and 1 opportunity.
Okay.
One of the standalone opportunities.
Yep. What do you want to do with that opportunity?
I'm gonna use it to reduce my strife.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like you might be taking some strife there. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what you can see is you're pretty sure the figure sitting down. He's in a squatting kind of a stance. Look, his back is to you. Looks like he's eating. You think the people on the ground are not moving. Certainly no sign that they're aware that you're coming. The people on the ground are probably asleep. But the one who is squatting on the ground and looks like he's eating, his head is turning around as if he hears the sound of the oxes and the creaking of the carts.
Okay. Yeah, it's like they're just eating and sleeping.
Yeah, you don't. Let's see. You were successful, so you can make out that the squatting figure has some swords tucked at his waist. You can see the backs of the scabbards sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like the ones laying on the ground are particularly heavily armed. Of course, who knows what's under the blankets, but whatever's under the blankets isn't huge enough to be sticking out from under the blankets.
Okay. Yeah, looks like we've got one person armed. I can't speak for the others because again they're laying down. So.
Oh, you can see from this far away in the dark? Okay.
There's light over there.
My money was well spent.
Yeah. Indeed. The figure, as you guys are
better.
As you guys are observing, the squatting figure is standing up and he's turning around to face you guys. It's pretty clear he's noticed you.
But we might be expecting some interaction with this group.
All right, big one, you're up. And I kind of like move and like get settling more behind him.
Okay.
We're just passing by, right? Or are we no longer just passing by?
I mean, we can still pass by, but he's expecting some interaction, and I'm definitely not the first point of contact. That's you. You're on up.
You're the man that talks. I don't speak too good.
I'm the man that pays.
Well, he might be paying you to talk.
Eh.
Okay. Well, as the convoy, you guys get back into motion and you're heading towards him. He's not making any kind of raising any alarm for the rest of his group there. He's just letting them lay there. You know, they don't seem to have any sign that they know you're coming. The figure takes a few steps towards you, but he seems to be content to let you come to him. Once you get within, easy communication range, he calls out and he hails you. He says, "Oh, who's traveling after dark?"
Us.
Yeah, I can
Nods
see that.
emphatically.
He said, "Who's us?"
Me and those two.
I pat him on his shoulder, and I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay. He says, "Well, it's not safe to be out traveling after dark. I mean, we've got a perfectly safe camp here. We can pool resources and guard each other through the night."
What?
Give us just a second, and then I kind of like, "Hey, skinny one, do you see anything of value or any kind of craziness in here?"
Anything of value? Huh.
Well, now that you've gotten closer, I'm not going to make you roll again. We'll just keep that same success. You're a bit closer. You can see that there's some kind of a wok is set up over this blazing campfire, and there's clearly some food cooking in there. And it smells. There's a lot of scent of bacon or pork.
Yeah, some good eating. Other than that, that's about all I can surmise from this distance.
Out of character briefly, given that my character is like a disgraced lion, outside of like the Unicorn Clan, a lot of the folks are not used to like pig or red meats or anything like that, are they not?
Pork is more acceptable than red meat.
Okay. I mean, obviously with my current status, I probably wouldn't give a poop. It's just whether or not this is something I'd be familiar with.
But yes, Zafira, since you were successful, I'll say you smell the pork, but you notice that there's no butchered carcass. There's no pork. There's no boar or no pig or anything. So you're not really sure. I mean, unless they were carrying around meat and they just decided now to cook it all.
Oh snap! Is there any kind of check I could see to make sure they're not fucking cannibals? You worried the hell out of me with that statement.
Well, that's Mo is the one who knows this, not Lucky Frog.
Oh damn! All right, yeah.
But yeah, he is indeed asking if you want to stay for dinner.
So, what are you guys eating?
He says,
I say to dude bro.
He says, I got bacon. I got plenty.
Bacon? Oh, okay. So did you have some boar around here?
Well, probably not anymore.
I'm pretty familiar with boar. I've had a couple run-ins with boar.
I'm assuming you guys are still kind of traveling towards him because I haven't heard you say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we're stopping." You're getting close enough. You can see he's got you're close enough to see color now, and you can see his clothes are pretty raggedy. Looks like they're mismatched peasant attire with unmatching swaths of cloth to patch rips and holes. One of his knees hasn't even been patched. He's just got a hole in his pants at the knee there. His hat is, as I described, it's like a wicker, very shallow conical thing, and you can see he's got a mask just around the lower part of his face. So you can see his eyes, but he's got a black cloth obscuring his nose and his mouth.
Hey, are you sick?
He says, "No, it's just in fashion around here,
Oh, okay. Like, speaking of fashion, do you need some new pants? I have some in my cart. I'll be willing to trade for some of that delicious smelling, whatever it is you're cooking over there.
Sure, that sounds like a deal.
All right, so I guess I go in there and pull out some pants that fit him.
Before
Okay, go for it.
Before he does that,
yep.
The bodies that are on the ground, are they sleeping or dead? Can we tell at this distance?
Thank you, Elf Eyes.
I was like, oh, hold on. Let's just stop everything for a second.
Well, they're not moving, but they could be sleeping deeply. If we want to, like, medicine, I think would be a scholar skill.
All right.
Now, do you want to just tell from here, or do you want to go over there and examine them? Because that would be way easier, obviously.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like casually stroll a little bit closer.
Okay. All right. So if you want to examine them closely, you'd have to walk past this masked Ronin guy and kind of put your back to him while he's dealing with the cart here, or you could do it without walking past him. That's basically what I'm asking.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to walk past him.
Fair enough.
Definitely want to stay on the visible side of this guy.
Okay, so this sounds...
One second, if I can interrupt for a moment. Chaplain from chat has gifted a platinum gift to the GM.
Oh,
so
no.
you get a void point to spend.
No.
Okay, awesome. I probably won't need it, but we'll see.
That worries me.
In his words, specifically says "screw with Pat" like a lot. So apparently,
okay. Well, all right. Yes, thank you, Chaplain. We'll spend the void point to screw with Pat's character.
Oh boy.
But in the meantime, Mo, you were trying to tell if they were sleeping or dead. That's what you care about?
Yes.
So that sounds like air to me. So air in medicine, but since we just used the skill groups for NPCs, it'd be air and scholar.
Oh,
and I'm going to say target number... I haven't looked, so I'm not... I'm going to say target number 1, because you've gotten closer. You've had a lot of time to observe. So target number 1 sounds good, because the campfire is canceling out the darkness. So target number 1, final answer.
All right. I'll take the success I have.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to take the explosive success and the success in strife, and I'll roll 1 skill die or ring die.
That explosive is on a ring die.
Okay. All right. It's just at the same time. Of course.
All right. So that ring die is a success and an opportunity and a strife. If you want to make that one of your kept dice.
Yep. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to use... Actually, yeah. I'm going to take out 1 of the strife.
Okay.
Actually, no. Wait. Yeah. I'm going to take out 1 of the strife with the opportunity, and I'm going to use the other opportunity for to be ready to like move from this guy if he tries to make a play for me.
Okay. Okay, fair. All right. So what you're seeing, you're pretty sure they're not just not moving because they're sleeping. You're not even seeing the rise and fall of chests like you would expect under these blankets. And one of the faces that's near you, you can see there's a very suspicious splatter of red dots that look suspiciously like blood on his face. And another guy, you can tell by the drape of the blanket over him, he's only got one leg.
Okay. Looks like they're eating ham hocks. Okay.
Hey,
I'm
I'd
going
say
to back
why.
away slowly.
Okay. Are you going to tell your friends this?
Yeah, I'm going to whisper it to Lucky Frog's ear. It's like, hey, I think he's eating people. Those
All right.
people, they're dead on the ground.
All
They're
right.
not taking a nap.
For you to do this without tipping off the masked Ronin, I'm going to say this will be an air and a social skill check with a target number of his vigilance. And his vigilance is, I'm going to say secret number. So yeah, you're going to get a void point.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Air social, let's go.
And we have a
Take
subscriber.
2. That's opportunity and strife. Oh, I'm going to just take these. Yeah, I'm going to take these strife. I'm going to take the 1 strife success and the 1 clean success.
Okay. How many successes total?
2.
2. Okay. No, he knows exactly what you're doing. So,
Oh boy.
he starts drawing his katana and rolls initiative. So maybe you should roll initiative too.
Okay.
Dun, dun.
Go ahead and have all of us do that, or just Mo?
No, everybody, because yeah, he is now obviously getting ready to try to burn. So
Okay, so which one do I click here? For
what you're going to do is you're going to pick a stance for your combat round. Let me go to.
I'll choose air.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the skirmish page. You should be able to see those charts.
And
So, yeah, table 6-1 stances. Got your 5 elements and then the effect. So, pick a stance. You're going to roll that ring plus tactics. So, you're going to roll that ring plus martial for your initiative.
I'm going to go with Earth Stance, with the intention of defending my ward.
All right.
I appreciate that.
So, it's a target number 1. That's how initiative always works. And the more successes you get, that just means a higher initiative score. And you can also use opportunities in initiative. That's the next chart right to the right of that.
All right. Well,
So
I'm going
it's
to
our air ring versus our what skill?
Air ring plus martial. And
0. All right,
Yeah.
air ring it is. Did I do it right this time?
Looks like it.
Boom. Before I was having problem.
Yep. So you have the option. You got a clean success. You got that success with strife, and you got an opportunity with strife. So you can keep any or all of or none of those dice. Of course, anything with strife is going to give you strife. And in the case of Lucky Frog, you have the disadvantage of battle trauma. Basically, you don't handle combat stress very well.
Oh my God!
Yes, you're going to take 3 strife just as you see this guy pull his sword on you.
Can I use the opportunity from my initiative to reassure him in my presence, allowing him to remove 2 strife?
Yes, you can. Which where oh, that's under
General
Under
examples of opportunity for Earth. It's the very first one.
Okay, fair. Yes, you could absolutely do that.
Bam! Gotcha.
That's why you're here, is to protect him.
Thank you, Thickwood. I promise I'll remember your name at some point.
Dang.
Protect
All
me.
right. And
And I'll do water and for my stance.
okay. All right. So, Pat, what was your total initiative?
2 successes, 1 opportunity, which was spent to give
Okay.
Lucky Frog a little less strife.
So 2 plus your vigilance is what?
I think my vigilance is a 2. I minimized my
Okay.
character sheet.
All right. All right, and you are playing Kuru. Kuru goes on 4. All right, Lucky Frog, what is your initiative?
My initiative is 3. Right?
Successes plus your vigilance.
Oh, success plus vigilance. So 4. I got 1 success, right? Yeah, and then 2.
All right, and what
Okay.
do you want to do with your opportunities on your initiative?
On my opportunity, would like to. I would like to, like move away from the dude that's trying to murder me and eat my flesh.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna have to wait for your initiative turn to do. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Ideally, I'm just trying. I don't want no trouble. I'm trying to hide behind the beef.
Okay.
And,
we can say you're starting to head towards getting behind Kuru so he can defend you. That's
Yeah.
what you can do with your opportunity. All right.
Okay.
And Mo, what's your initiative?
All right. I need to roll 1 more die because I'm taking that explosive. That meant nothing. Okay, yeah. So I've got 2 success, or well, 2 explosive successes still count as a success, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I've got 3 successes and a strike.
All right. Your 3 plus your vigilance is what?
It's going to be 6.
Wow.
Quick dude, ain't you?
Yeah, indeed. You are reacting first, plus you have however many opportunities. What do you want to do with that for your initiative check?
Actually, I don't think I have any opportunities
Oh,
this time around.
okay.
I didn't take the opportunity die.
Okay, all right, fair enough. All right, so you are reacting first. You see this Ronin heard what you said, and he pulled his sword in response to that. So what are you going to do about it?
Can I step back and get my bow out?
You can absolutely ready your bow. That would be an
All right.
action.
All right, and can I move back a little bit?
You can move 1 range band away from him. He was a good bit away. You guys were talking. He was, I'm going to say, range 3 away from the front, and you were all the way in the back. So I'm going to say you were at 4 to begin with. You can get all the way out to 5 if you want to, if you back up.
Okay. Okay, no, I'll stick at 4.
Okay,
And I'll draw my bow.
you got it. All right, so he also got a 6, but players beat NPCs when it comes to ties. So he, for his action, is he's going to spend a movement action so he can get up in range of Kuru, because he's got to go through Kuru to get to Lucky Frog.
Damn right.
It looks like he's more focused on Lucky Frog than on Kuru, but of course, since he's hiding behind Kuru, he's got to look at you too. So Kuru and Lucky Frog, you guys are both on 4. You guys can figure out who wants to go first.
Not me, not me.
Okay. Drew, you can attack him. Another thing that might work well is guard Lucky Frog.
How
that'll
does
make-
guarding work? Because that would be my preferred way to go.
All right. Guarding. Where are we at for conflicts? Oh, scenes and conflicts. Here we go. We are in a skirmish. And guard. You focus on warding off foes from yourself or an ally by positioning yourself defensively, taking cover, yada, yada, yada. So as a support action, you can make a tactics check. And if you are successful, you increase the target number of whoever you're guarding by your successes. So if you get 3 successes, you make it 3 harder to hit who you're guarding.
Now, it said this is a supportive action. Does that mean I can like still attack, or is that's
No.
my action? It's just that's the nature of the action.
Yes, that's the keyword for the action. So like certain things, keyword off of other. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to assume that prior to my initiative, did I have a weapon out already, or am I pulling my weapon out now?
I'll let you have the weapon out.
All right, so I'll have the Tetsubo ready.
Yeah, Tetsubos are pretty big things. It's not like you can put them in a scabbard or anything, so you
Yeah.
just kind of have to carry it around ready. So.
Yeah, so that's where my brain's at. I have the Tetsubo out, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a martial earth for my
Okay.
guard action.
All right. So yes, it's every 2 bonus successes raises the target number. So
I can keep a total of 3 dice. I am
Okay.
going to keep. Let's see here. One of those successes has an opportunity, so bam, that one's automatically being included. I'll keep another opportunity and then a success with a strife, so it's a total of 2 successes. 1 opportunity to wipe out the strife, and then 1 bonus opportunity.
all right,
So
what are you going to do with that opportunity?
Let me take a look at the cheat sheet.
You know what? With that opportunity, I'll let you have it apply to your stuff as well.
Let the defense bonus apply to myself as well. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'll go with that. I will take
All right. All right. Grand total, how many successes?
only 2.
Okay, so your target number to be hit is going up by 1, as is Lucky Frog's. Okay, Lucky Frog.
So what? So the Ronin is currently approaching me, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's got his eyes on you mainly, but you've run behind Kuru, and Kuru is playing Hodor very well. He's getting in the way.
I'm like, hey man, what's your problem? I'm trying to find you pants.
Okay.
I just want to save your knees. All right.
Okay.
Why are you upset?
So what are you trying to do?
I'm going to. How exactly does a shuji work?
Oh, a shuji is a social technique. It's instead of like a martial arts technique, it's for command or communication. The shuji you have is called what? I forget the name of it.
Feigned opening.
Yes, so you feign an opening. You're going to trick him into thinking you're an easier target than you really are. And then the mechanical benefit to doing this, when I look at your character sheet, his guard won't be as up as it should be because you're making yourself look like such an easy target. And you're doing what you're doing is making the target number to hit him go down because it's making him overconfident.
So what I want to do is I kind of want to use this feigned opening to like
Okay.
I don't know, maybe grab some pants or something out of my car to and like kind of like chuck it at him or something, kind of like maybe like in the hopes of, like blind him, get it over his
Okay.
head, or make him think I'm useless or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So give me an air plus social.
Air plus social.
And your target number should be written in the thing. It's his vigilance. So I'm going to say a secret number. So get a void point, unless you're already at max.
I have one void.
All
So
right.
do I just add that to the modifiers? Just one?
No, you have up at the very top, it says current void 1. Now your current void is 2.
Oh, sweet. Okay. All right, and then I will. So I got 4 successes, right?
I see 2. The swoopy circles are successes. What you have are a whole bunch of opportunities.
Okay, so the little petal-y dailies are the successes, right?
No, that third black one, that's a success with strife.
Okay.
And then that very last one is a success with opportunity.
The successes
what are
look
the
like
other
a
ones?
single brush stroke in a circle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I got 2. I will take those. All right. Well, then what are the flower petal looking ones? Like
those
the
are-
second one.
Those are opportunities. The flower petals are opportunities, and then the little flames in the corner are strife.
I think we may have lost Big Chris.
Okay. Well, he was not going to be successful with 2, so it's not really going to matter what he does with his opportunities. So we move on and hope he catches back up with us. So I will roll initiative for him. I'm going to assume he wants to do air again. So everybody has had their first round, so do initiative again. Whatever stance you want to be in, plus Marshall.
All right, still gonna be water.
Yeah, and I'm going to maintain Earth stance.
All right. All right. So Mo, you what do you have this time?
3 success, 3 strife.
Okay. What's your vigilance? What's your 3 plus 1?
6 total.
6 total. Okay.
I'm back.
Awesome. You are unsuccessful in your wounded bird routine.
Ah, darn. At least we got the thick one here, right?
Yep. Kuru. I'll roll initiative for you, Kuru.
No, I'm doing my initiative right now. I'm calculating my explosives. So basically,
gotcha.
very, very first roll, I had a success and 2 exploders, one with a strife, and those are the
Gotcha.
3 that I'll keep. I re-rolled the skill one, but I didn't re-roll the arena one yet.
Okay.
So I have, and that's another explosion, so I get to keep going.
If you want to keep stacking all that strife, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I'm definitely going to. I'm gonna go for the go for it. So I have at the initial it was 3 successes and a strife, plus an opportunity, plus a 4th success and a 2nd strife, and then a 5th success with 2 strife and 1 opportunity is the grand total.
All right, add it up for me. I see 1, 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and just take the 2 strife, and use the opportunity to reduce my ward's strife by 2 again, because I'm pretty sure he still has some.
All right. And what's your vigilance?
My vigilance is a 2, so this would be a grand total of initiative 7.
Got it. All right. So you are first. The Ronin moved right up into handy. He's at range band 1 from you. So he's wanting to do some chopping, but you beat him on initiative, so you're going to do something before he gets to chopping.
How does this work for the action I took previously to guard? Is me doing something different now going to basically supersede the bonus that I provided?
Duration is going to be. It ends at the beginning of the next turn, so yeah.
Oh, okay. So, in fact, this would just provide me a better opportunity to guard Gooder, because now I can reestablish it at the front of the round.
Okay. Well, it lasts until your next round, not until the.
Oh, okay. So, if anything, yeah. So essentially, to basically continue doing that job, I have to continue focusing on that task.
So yeah, you can either keep guarding or you can preemptively guard by bash him.
I think I'll guard.
Okay, fair enough.
Death is the best crowd control, but
It is definitely a good crowd control. It is. As this particular Ronin is showing us already with the 2 bodies on the ground.
Odd number of successes don't do anything for this, right? It's only every 2.
You need 1 to get the benefit, and you need 3 to increase the benefit.
Okay, so I'm gonna take 3 in a strife.
Okay. All right, so you can you're increasing Lucky Frog's TN by 2 instead of just by 1 because you're guarding him very well.
Thanks, K-Roo.
That's my action. Don't thank me just yet. Dude hasn't even tried attacking yet. We don't know what kind of caliber this guy's hiding.
Okay.
I just feel better with you around.
Yep, Mo, you
just feel safe in my arms.
You have quickly strung your bow. It's certainly looking like murderous violence in the Ronin's eyes, but you are reacting before he goes again. So
I want to shoot him.
You want to shoot him. Okay. Target number 2. I'm going to say there's enough light that we're not going to penalize for darkness.
All right. That's going to be Marshall again.
Marshall with whatever stance you're in.
Wata.
All right.
Perfect. Alrighty. I draw my bow. Ooh, nice. I'll take 2 success and 1 opportunity.
Okay.
I can ignore 1 point of resistance of the target's physical resistance.
Indeed. Okay. And also, since you're in the water stance, you can move a band for free if you let on top of your action.
No, I think I'm gonna stay this range for right now.
Range 4 is a pretty comfortable place to be if you have a bow, and the other guys.
Yeah, I got a pretty good reach. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about the damage of your bow.
All right. Let's see. Bow damage is. Oh, ooh. 5 damage, deadliness 3.
Okay. Deadliness only matters if he takes a critical hit. He's going to choose to defend against the damage, of course. So the arrow comes very close. He jerks out of the way at the last second. The arrow, puts another unpatched hole through his dirty kimono. But since he defended against it, he's going to take 5 fatigue. Of course. Oh, yeah. So here we go. All right. And in D&D terms, that's like the same thing as beginning to start to lose hit points. So even though technically he wasn't cut, he is starting to be wore down in combat. Okay, and his action. I'm going to try to get that merchant. I am in the fire stance. That's pretty ridiculous. That is redonkulous.
Oh, wow.
It's like 9 successes on 10 dice. That's.
Why you roll so many dice, crazy man?
Well, he doesn't get to keep 9 dice, so that's the upside. But we are going to do.
You can keep entirely explosions.
Yeah, that's crazy. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3.
I know, like this.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds like 2.
5.
I heard 2. 2 is the last number I
Yeah.
heard. Guys, what about you?
We're gonna keep 4 successes, a strife, and an opportunity. We're not gonna cancel that strife out because that counts as a success. So we're gonna increase the deadliness just in case you opt to take a critical. All right, so he got 5 successes. So this is going to be his damage of his katana plus 2 because he beat it by 2. Katanas do what, 4 if I remember right? Yeah. So Lucky Frog, we're looking at 6 damage. Although you have your heavy clothes, that's going to reduce it by 2. So it's going to be 4 damage.
Hey, at
You
least
can
it's
either
not a
get-
bore this time.
Yeah. So you can defend against it and take 4 fatigue, or you can risk the critical hit and take no fatigue.
While
Is
you're
this me?
deciding that, our
Yes.
viewer Chaplin is complimenting you on your tie choice, Chris.
Oh, why? Thank you. Yeah, I would definitely like to not take the critical hit.
Indeed. So you will take 4 fatigue instead.
I am so tired right now.
So you take 4 fatigue as you strain some muscles, barely getting out of the way of this 4-foot-long razor blade that almost opened you up.
This sounds really familiar for some reason.
Yeah. Well, at least yeah. So that was Lucky Frog. It's your action.
So what exactly can I do now that I am ridiculously tired?
Well, what's your endurance?
My endurance is 8.
All right, so you're only at half of your total endurance.
Okay.
But you can tell me what you would do, and we'll figure out the mechanic for it. But you've got this Ronin trying to kill you. You've got a big mercenary Ronin in your employ trying to stay in the way and making it harder for him to kill you.
Okay, I think can I try to double down on the Shuji, like, so when he swings
Indeed.
and he
Indeed.
misses. Yeah, so I want to act like he kind of hit me and then kind of like fall and be like, oh no.
Indeed. Because he just swung at you, I'm not going to make it a secret number. I'll let you know his vigilance is 3, so target number 3.
Okay, so it'd be the same thing I just rolled. So
Yep.
So I got 2 and a bunch of opportunities
Yep.
and a bunch of strife.
Yep, but you are not going to fool him. But you can maybe do something with the opportunities, make a silver cloud out of it.
And with these opportunities, so I'm in air.
Yep. So
I'll try
Yeah.
to find the easiest way to accomplish the task that I was attempting. So
Fair,
I'm trying
fair.
to find a way to fool this man
uh,
into thinking that
I'm going to say
dead,
you
or-
you realize his attention is kind of split with Kuru, who's right up in his face. You're pretty sure that if you run away and hide under the carts, he's just going to let you go and he's going to fight Kuru.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
All right.
I mean, unless I can start moving that way, because I'll totally do that.
Next turn you can, because you spent your
Okay.
action, playing Wounded Bird. So, Let's do initiative. Ben, pick your stance. I'm assuming it's not changing.
Nope. At least not for me.
Yeah, I'll stay in Earth.
Okay. Kuru, what is your initiative?
Rolling some explosions, so please give
All
me a
right.
moment.
So, Mo, what is your initiative?
It is. It's 5. And I'm going to spend my 5 final. I'm spending my opportunity to reduce my strife.
Okay. Lucky
So I
Frog,
don't
what's your
freak out.
Yep. Lucky Frog, what's your initiative?
2
Plus your vigilance.
plus my vigilance. Oh,
Yep.
okay. 5.
Kuru, do we have a final number?
Final number is 8, and I took 4 strife.
Wow. Okay, well, Kuru, 8 is the big winner on initiative. Did you have any? Oh, you just said you spent it on strife. Okay, Kuru, what do you want to do?
My ward hasn't run away yet, right? He's still nearby?
You probably know him well enough. He's starting to give that look that he's getting ready to run.
Alright.
Real quick, just quick segue. What happens if you exceed your composure? Because I forgot about my corpse phobia.
Oh, no.
Your vigilance goes to 1.
Okay. So that would be this. So that my initiative would be 4 this time around.
Okay.
And what happens with my does my strife go back down or?
Nope. Your strife just stays right where it's at, and you can just build up strife now.
Oh yeah, sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing to do.
So
my initiative will now be, I guess,
4.
4. Yeah.
All right. You can dump your strife down to 0 by unmasking, but that's not necessarily always going to be good.
It's avoiding danger by hiding behind others. I mean.
Yeah. All right. So actually, we are at an hour. Do you guys want to keep going for another hour to fight this out, or just narrate how this finishes out?
Well, maybe at least one more round. I would like to do an offensive round.
Sure. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So let's do it. Kuru, you are the big winner on initiative.
And I'm going to come swinging down in Earth stance with my massive Tetsubo upon his little Ronin head.
Okay, and you have large frame, so smashing things with Tetsubos will absolutely trigger your advantage.
Which does?
You can reroll, I think, up to 2 blank dice.
2 blank dice or 2 black dice?
Blank.
Perfect, because there's 2 blank dice in that roll, so I will re-roll those.
Let me double check the mechanic while you're doing that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the mechanic is.
Wah, wah.
Large statures on page 108.
So what's the Sharingan looking symbol?
That is the explosive success.
Explosive.
So that's the success that allows you to roll more successes.
Oh, you can just re-roll any 2 dice. They don't have to be black or blank.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I had 2 blank dice to re-roll anyway. So
those would be the ones you would re-roll.
I am going to keep 2 explosive successes with stripes on each, and I will keep a standard success. So let me re-roll those explosives for my massive attempt at an attack here.
So had the feigned opening worked, his target number to be hit would be a 1, but he saw through such cowardly tactics, and his target number to be hit is still a 2.
All right. So grand total, what I have is Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a home run.
Yeah, so 5. Wait, one second in my brain. A total of 4 successes and 1 opportunity. I
Okay.
am also going to incur a total of 4 strife, which what happens when you go above your composure? Because I don't intend on using an opportunity to reduce strife in this case.
Your vigilance becomes a 1 and you're compromised.
And compromise means I can get critted.
No. In a duel it would be, but we're not in a duel.
So, because what I would like to do is I would like to use that opportunity in conjunction with my rising avalanche stance to knock the guy prone as a result of the attack.
Fair. Okay, so what is the damage?
And it increases the damage I deal by my ranks in fitness.
Okay, so that would be your martial ranks.
So martial ranks 3, damage base of the Tetsubo is 7. 1, 2, 3.
So, yeah.
A total of 4 successes in the attack.
So 7 plus 3, that makes it 10 damage, and then you had 4 successes, that makes it 12 damage. And what is the deadliness of your Tetsubo?
That is a 3.
Okay, so he can either take, what did I say, 12 damage,
Yes.
or suffer a critical 3 hit. But he would have to spend a void point to take it. So he's going to probably have to take that hit, even though that's a big hit. And you're knocking him prone. Okay, so he goes down. And yeah, there's a very mighty thump. You get him right there at the base of the neck. You hear his collarbone snap.
Ooh.
Kaboom!
Broken collarbones are not fun.
Yeah, he takes what did I say, 12 damage, or what 12 fatigue to defend against it. So yeah, take a look at how much endurance you guys have and see how much you'd like taking that much damage. You probably wouldn't.
No, I'd be out.
Yeah, I know.
I'd be out with that 12.
Most likely be out. I'd be out at 10 or less.
Oh, I'm definitely out.
All right, so
Extra
there's
sake
that.
for the thick one.
There's that
Kangaroo,
extra,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember your name.
So yeah, there's that sickening crunch. The masked Ronin goes down. So yeah, Lucky Frog.
Playing this characters make me want to play a crab next time.
Well, actually, I built him on the Matsu school, so you want to play a Matsu.
I gotcha.
So he's down, and there's no one else here, right?
Well, there's those corpses over by the bonfire, but yeah.
Ominous. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
I'm
people.
Here, I just want to like throw a blanket over this dude and just fucking run.
Fair. Yeah, you have something.
Yeah, I like that plan.
Just like here, he's done. Let's go.
All right.
Yep.
So if we're gonna segue to kind of more narrative at this point, if they're running, I'm gonna unmask and flee from danger.
Fair. Okay. I will. We'll say that's the end of the combat because we're over the hour and we don't want to stick around for a whole nother hour going. So we'll just wrap it up. You guys get the hell out of here. When the next morning, there's going to be the aftermath of this violence is going to be found by some more travelers. We're so close to the Scorpion side; they'll be coming from the Scorpion side. Be the first people who find it. And those caravan guards see there's a whole bunch of dead people around the fire. There's this one dead guy in the road covered by a blanket. And then when they draw the blanket back, using a spear so they don't touch it, they They pulled the blanket off the guy, and he's missing his head.
Wait, dun dun.
Yeah.
Do you have a hey thin one? Do you have a head in your pocket?
Hell no. Absolutely not. I keep the dead very far away from me.
Okay, so that's our little dun dun dun. So your characters don't know what happened, but this is something that happened out in the past over the night, and yeah, it's canonical. It happened. So
Awesome.
So there's a villain out there with a broken collarbone.
Well,
No, he's dead.
or somebody collecting heads, because yeah, that's the dun dun dun. His head was missing when his body.
Oh,
was
okay.
Skull snapshot.
I took that as a body swap thing in my head canon.
Oh, it could be.
It could be.
I mean, could be. But I mean, I don't know who
All
helped
right.
that guy, because he definitely didn't help himself with a broken collarbone and completely unconscious.
Yeah, that was a good hit. That was a good hit.
Well
So
done.
I'm really happy I had those explosive successes because I really wanted to go out in a bang.
that was well struck. So let's wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun watching us play. We had fun playing. And we want to remind our audience we got D&D episodicals tomorrow morning. And we're going to, next Friday, we're going to keep going with Legend of Five Rings. You're going to be playing your full-time characters, and you'll probably be hearing about another body was found in the past without its head.
Oh, great.
So that's going to be good times.
And maybe even come across some a wary merchant in town.
Yeah, you guys are probably going to have to go find Lucky Frog, because he was an eyewitness.
Oh, about that. This would be fun.
I definitely like his
Okay.
approach.
I can't wait to grill myself.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Well, let's see you guys next week, and maybe we'll see some of you guys tomorrow morning for D&D.
You'll see me tomorrow morning.
Indeed. All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching,
Alrighty.
everybody.